Hello, Saints. I am still here in Baltimore, and we have concluded the business of the 80th General Convention of the Episcopal Church. Most of our deputies are either on their way home or have already made their way back to Indiana, and I have to tell you, I have never been more proud of our folks and how they showed up as our deputation to serve in this incredible, exceptional General Convention. This has been a convention unlike any other, and in its shortened period of just 4 days, we managed to get our business done in about 3.5. Something that I think speaks to the ability for us to be incredibly focused and discerning and faithful to the work God's given us to do. I'm going to include with this video a number of links and places for you to get some really great information about the work of this convention. It moved so quickly and yet so deeply that it would be hard to summarize in this brief video. But there are lots of resources for you to find more information about the work we did. I do want to call to your attention a couple of things though, because one of the things I'm excited about coming out of this convention is how much alignment I see between the work we're doing in the Episcopal Diocese of Indianapolis and the church more broadly. If you think about the work that we did here around prayer book work, trying to think about how we can create a pathway for prayer book revision and authorizing rights. There was some amazing work done collaboratively between the House of Bishops and the House of Deputies to get to a place where we can continue the work that we're doing around upholding the traditional liturgies that we love and hold so closely, but also experiment and to continue to do those rites that show that all the people of God have a place that where they're honored and where the rites can speak to them. I'm talking particularly of our marriage rights. So lots of deep work to get to a place where we feel like we can continue to experiment and grow and worship in the language that God has given us to speak in this time. I'm excited about the deep work done at this convention related to our pillar of mission around standing with the vulnerable and marginalized to transform systems of injustice. We came out of this convention with a commitment to engage the work of racial equity and justice with a new coalition dedicated to that work, and all kinds of resolutions pointing to the really deep and painful work we also need to do in Indiana related to the people of all the indigenous tribes that have been a part of our state. Some hard resolutions around looking at the impact of indigenous boarding schools, and though we might say that we don't have any of those in the Episcopal Diocese of Indianapolis, I am led to believe that we are needing to look at where else in the state those horrific places have been and how we may, in ways that we don't yet know, may have been complicit in something that dishonors the people of God. So lots of deep work that feels like, yes, the Episcopal Church more broadly is right in line with where we are as a diocese. You know, one of our fifth mission pillar is around developing leaders for the church of today and tomorrow. And so one of the great things I had the honor to do was to put into nomination our own Lee Little as the historiographer of the Episcopal Church, and the House of Bishops confirmed that nomination. And a lay leader who came into our presence with his passion for history is now going to do that work across the church. And Lee himself has already raised up another historiographer for our own diocese. So that's just one of the many ways, the many ways in which the work we do in Indiana matters, and the work that happens here more broadly across the church matters, and we're going to continue to find the ways in which those pieces of work can come together to help us be the beacons of Christ that God is calling us to be. So there'll be more soon, friends. We're going to be home soon, and ask us about the experience and follow those links to learn more, and let's keep on doing the work God calls us to do. We'll see you soon.